If you guys want to be in with a chance of winning one of 3 £10 Xbox or PlayStation gift cards in my March giveaway, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. If you're new around here, best of luck and enjoy the video. Hey guys, Heathway here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best path to glory investments. These brand new spring cards came out a couple of days ago, and there are some amazing investments in here that are going to make you so many coins. It is so easy. Just pick up the right cards at the right prices, and you are guaranteed to make profit. For those of you who don't know, these path to glory cards have a dynamic rating system, and that means if the player gets an inform, a man of the match card, basically any special card that isn't a team of the season, team of the year, or SBC card, they're going to go up to that same rating, so you can make some really good investments. There are some really underpriced players here that will make you guaranteed profit. So if you guys do enjoy, leave a like. Let's try and hit 250 on this video. Also, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe, and without further ado, let's go on into it. So I've got the whole spring path to glory squad up on Footbin, as you guys can see, so we can see all of the player prices, and we're going to just get straight on into the starting 11. So starting off on the left hand side, we've got that 87 rated attacking midfield Raheem Sterling card. He's currently around 200,000 coins on both consoles, and for an 87 rated card with 95 pace, really good stats in that central position, I think that is a really good investment to pick up. His 87 rated right wing inform was going for more than this before this card came out anyway, and with a central version of it that's going to obviously have a dynamic rating system so he can get boosted up, that makes him an absolute steal. And I think he's only this cheap because of all of the SBCs. Once they're over, he's going to rise in price, and he's had such a good season so far. I believe he's the 4th top scorer in the Premier League with 15 goals so far, so he's had a really good season. I expect him to score more goals, get more assists. I think he got an assist last night after coming back from injury against Stoke. He's going to get more informs, I think, in the future. Obviously playing for England as well, he's probably going to be one of their star players going forwards in the World Cup as one of the attacking lineup. I expect he's going to score goals there as well. He's got a lot of chances of getting informs and special cards, and I think he is one of the best investments in this entire squad. We also have Alexandro, another very expensive player, but I think this is also a really good investment because his left wing inform was going for around 200,000 to 300,000 coins before this card came out. It dropped down a bit once this card came into packs as well, but the fact that he's a left back makes him so desirable, because that left winger card, that was still very popular and very expensive, but pretty much everyone who bought him used him either as a left mid in a 3 at the back formation where he kind of played as a wing back, or they just subbed him in the left back position in game. And because he's got this left back guide, it makes him the best left back in the Calcio, and probably the second best left back on the game. Maybe you've got prime Roberto Carlos in there as well, but defensively Alexander is better than him anyway. So behind Team of the Year Marcelo, he's pretty much your best option, and for the price, I think he's a great investment. Also, if he does get another inform, even if it's on the left wing, he's got this left back path to glory card, so even if he gets another left wing inform, it's going to be a left back with this card here. So I think that's another good high budget investment, but I've got plenty of lower budget ones for you guys as well later on in the video. Next up, moving more into the middle, we've got Isco. One that is quite cheap for the rating, 87. He's already got an inform on this game that's around that price. He's 100k, but he's not been playing that much recently for Real Madrid. Last season, he was one of their best players. This season, though, hasn't been getting much game time. Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro, that is their starting 3 in the midfield, and he isn't really getting in there. But if he does start getting more game time, maybe if Modric, for example, picks up an injury, he could potentially be a good one, but not one I'm looking at right now. Ryan Bertrand just doesn't really have that good a card on Ultimate Team. If he does get an inform, he'd have decent stats, but still wouldn't make him that desirable. And Southampton are struggling right now. They've sacked their manager, and defensively they haven't been that solid. Going forwards, they're not scoring many goals, so I don't see Bertrand getting an inform in the near future. Thiago, I think, is an interesting one. He doesn't score that many goals this season, I don't think anyway. You can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But last season he was amazing. He was picking up loads of informs and special cards. This year hasn't really been the case, but still, he's very high rated at 89. I think he might have got 1 inform. I'm not too sure on that one, but if he gets another one, he's going to be 90 rated, and given the fact he's 87k right now, about that on both consoles, that's a really good price, because if he does get another inform, he's going to break past that 90 barrier, and all informs that are that kind of rating are well over 100k. So if you can get him for about maybe 80-ish, that could be a good price to get him for. I would recommend for a lot of these cards waiting until they're out of packs, so wait until not only the promos ended for that, but also until the SBC is finished and people are stopping doing those. But for people like Sterling, Alexander, and Thiago, I would recommend buying them right now. for some of the cheaper ones I'll show you later on, which are going to be used in SBCs, you can pick those up as soon as the promo ends, or maybe a couple of days afterwards. Willian is a good one. He's been playing really well recently for Chelsea, stands a good chance of getting informs. About 200k could be a good price there. That is cheaper than what his man of the match card was before these cards came out. Icardi is very underpriced for his rating and stats. He's not an amazing player on FIFA, but in real life, one of the best strikers in the world recently. He's been scoring so many goals, and he's probably going to get more informs in the future, and he would have a very, very good card. And even though not many people would use it on Ultimate Team, under 70,000 coins for an 88 rated striker with those stats is very, very underpriced. Higuain, I wouldn't really go near. He's a great player in real life, scores loads of goals. We saw that against Spurs, for example, but on FIFA, no one really uses Higuain. If you're looking for a Juventus striker, you go with Dybala. If you're looking for an Argentine striker, you go with Aguero. People just don't use Higuain on the game, so that's a lot of coins to spend on a player that isn't that desirable. I'd rather go with other options. Roberto Firmino, that's a good one. I think he's going to get more informs in the future. There is an expensive one though. Alexandro, Sterling and him, they're those really high budget ones which are risky. I mean, any of these players could maybe get injured and their price could drop down. That is a risk you'll have to take if you want to go with these high budget cards, but he is a good one. He's playing very well in real life. Part of Liverpool's strike force, who've just been tearing up the Premier League and Europe as well. I think they put 5 past Porto, and they're just scoring loads of goals in pretty much every game they play. And Firmino is one of those key players. He's going to get more informs. It's pretty much guaranteed in the future. We're yet to see whether he's going to start up front for Brazil, whether Jesus is or him. As of their form this season, I'd definitely say Firmino should probably start ahead of him. So going into the World Cup, Brazil going to be one of the favourites. I think he's a good investment to pick up. We've also got Dani Carvajal. That's quite cheap for that card, but if you're looking for right backs on this game, not many people use Carvajal. The main options you see are Walker and Valencia. They're the main two. I mean, you see people maybe using someone like DeMarcos or Semedo just in other leagues, but on the whole, it's Walker and Valencia. No one really seems to use Carvajal. If he gets an inform, that would be a great card to use, but I don't think he's been playing that much. I believe they've been playing a young, I think he might be Moroccan, a young right back instead of him from their academy, because Carvalhal's been suffering with some injuries as of late. Gundogan's an interesting one. He's about 70k, and that is a good card. That is also a lower price than what his man of the match card was recently, but the thing with him is he's unlikely to get more informs in the future, because he was playing for City in the EFL Cup. He was also playing for City in the FA Cup. Both of those competitions have either now finished, as in the case of the EFL Cup, or City have been knocked out of them with the FA Cup. And he doesn't get into City's starting midfield in the Premier League unless there are injuries. That is Fernandinho, David Silva, and also De Bruyne. He starts ahead of one of them if they're injured, but right now they're all fit. And he's only really going to get a starting place if one of them gets injured, so right now doesn't stand that good chance of getting in informs, so isn't really one I'd go near. Moving down onto the bench and reserves, we've got Milinkovic-Savic. I believe he's the most expensive card in this entire squad, and that card is around 100k cheaper than what his inform with the same rating was before these cards came out. Obviously, his inform dropped when another version of that came out into packs. But the thing with this card is, obviously, he can go up even more with that dynamic rating system. So if he does get another inform, not only is he going to have an insane card, he's going to have like 90 physical, 80 pace, and near 90 for pretty much everything else. But it's also going to have the ability to go up even more in the future. So I think if you have a lot of coins and if you want to use a card like this, pick him up. I don't recommend picking him up if you're just going to keep him on your transfer list or something, but if you want to buy Milinkovic-Savic, now's a great time to buy him, and you can get this Path to Glory card for cheaper than what his inform was, and for those stats, I mean, that could be a good one there. Goretzka's also another card with amazing overall stats. He's one inform away from being in the Hullet gang, and that's going to make him so desirable on Ultimate Team. It will make him probably the best midfielder in the Bundesliga. It's going to make him the best German midfielder. Obviously, he plays for Schalke, so not amazing in terms of links, but you can still link him to the likes of Boateng, for example. So definitely a good one at that price. I mean, I think his inform was going for more than that anyway, and obviously this has the dynamic rating system, so a good one again if you're looking for those higher budget, higher price investments there. Bernardo Silva is a good one. I think he's going to drop down a little bit. He's currently 40k or around that anyway but on both consoles. That is mainly because of the SBCs. I think he'll drop down maybe to about 30k or so, and he's been on really good form recently. Sterling was injured, so he was starting ahead of him. Basically, if there are any injuries in the front three for City with either Sane or with Sterling, he'd just go straight in for them. And also sometimes plays ahead of Silva or De Bruyne, depending on fitness. And I reckon with the Champions League coming up as well, moving into the knockout stages, there's going to be more rotation. He's going to get more game time. He's been on really good form. We saw him score a great goal against Arsenal. We saw him score against Chelsea as well. And he's got a good chance of getting informs in the future. If he does get one, he's going to be like 85 or 86 rated. Lamar's another one who's quite cheap, like Bernardo Silva. But the thing with him is he's not that good on Ultimate Team because he only has 2-star weak foot and 3-star skills. So he is one I would stay away from. Ousmane Dembele is one of the best in my opinion from this entire squad. Quite cheap at around 60,000 coins on both consoles, and he's got an amazing card. 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. He's French, plays for Barcelona. He's got over 90 pace, and he's come back from injury. He had a really good game a couple of days ago against Malaga. He got an assist in that game, created a lot of chances, and he looked like he was back on form as he has been suffering with a few hamstring issues recently. But yeah, he's back now and looking pretty good. And I think if he does get an inform, he's going to be worth way more than 60k. He's going to be like 84, 85 rated. He'll have around 80 shooting, over 90 dribbling, like 93, 94 pace, the 5-star skills and weak foot, and he's going to be one of the best options on the right-hand side, not only for France, but also in La Liga. Anthony Martial, another insanely underpriced card. 80k pretty much. I mean, he's 17 on a PlayStation, 86 on Xbox. I actually packed this card, which I'm really lucky about. Really happy about, sorry, not really lucky about. I think this guy is just so underpriced. If he gets an inform, no way is he going for under 100k. I'd probably say no way is he going for under 200k. Martial is so popular in this game. If he gets an inform, I could see him going for like 200 or 300k, depending on the rating. If it's an 84 or an 85, he could potentially get an 85. He's been playing really well recently, one of United's best players this season, hence why you got an upgrade from 82 to 83. And I mean, if he gets an inform, he's going to have over 90 pace, around 90 dribbling, maybe 84, 85 shooting. His card will be insane, so popular, and it will go up like 2 or 3 times what he's currently selling for. We've then got Thorgan Hazard. I mean, I don't think that's an amazing investment. There are better ones, but he's central, which is quite interesting as both his other cards are on the wing. So you could potentially pick him up, but one that I'm not really going for myself. Giroud wouldn't really go near. Martins wouldn't really go near. Plassenhart and Dam, I'd say exactly the same thing. And then Vardy, I think that's a good one. He's 40k. And he's got 91 pace. He's not an amazing player on FIFA, but he's been on really good form as of late. Scored a great goal a couple of days ago on the weekend. And he's scored in a lot of games recently. I think he scored in 6 or 7 in a row. And he's got a good chance of getting an inform at some point in the near future. It's not going to be a ridiculous inform. He's going to have great pace, probably like 93 or 94. He'll have good shooting, maybe 82, 83, and good dribbling too, good physical. He's not going to be ridiculously expensive, but probably could rise to like 70, 80, maybe 100k. So I think it's a good investment there. And with him, you can maybe wait until the SBCs are finished. I'd say the same for a lot of these lower rated cards like Dembele, for example, and Bernardo Silva. But overall, this is the squad, and I think the main investments that I'm going to be looking for, Raheem Sterling, very underpriced for that card. I'd also say the same for Vardy, Ousmane Dembele, Martial, Bernardo Silva. I think Goretzka's quite underpriced too. I'd say the same for Thiago and Willian. And I think Alexandro's a good one, but he's so expensive. Him and Milinkovic-Savic are a lot of coins, and personally, I would rather get more kind of cheaper cards than one big expensive card, just because it's risky. If Milinkovic-Savic gets injured, he's going to be out for a while, and that inform's going to drop down in price, or that Pastore card rather, as he's not going to have the chance of getting informs or special cards. So if you're going to use a card like that in your main squad all the time, maybe pick them up if you're looking to get that card. But on the whole, I'd rather go for some cheaper cards. So Raheem Sterling, probably the best one in my opinion, just because he's central, so much hype around that. He's got an amazing card, so quick. And then down on the bench, I think Martial and Dembele are probably the 2 best there, with Vardy, Goretzka also being some good ones. So there we go. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I know it's been a pretty long one. Let me just check how long this has been. It's been about 15 minutes that I've been recording. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy the video. I've been able to cover all of these cards, which are hopefully going to make you a lot of profit. I know I've gone into a lot of detail, a lot of depth, but I mean, the more detail, the better really. It's hopefully going to help you guys out to understand really why I think the best cards to invest in are the ones I've shown you. And yeah, hope you guys make a load of coins by picking these cards up. As I said, for some of those lower rated cards like Ousmane Dembele, Martial, cards like that, which are being used in SBCs, especially I'd say Ousmane Dembele, and also the likes of Bernardo Silva, Vardy. Wait for maybe 2 days until the once the SBCs and the promos finish, and then pick them up, as they're obviously right now being used in SBCs. But if you're looking for those expensive guys like Sterling, pick them up right now, as they're getting packed a lot, so they're quite cheap, and they're definitely going to rise up in the near future. But anyway, this has been a really long, drawn-out video. Thanks for all the support though recently on the channel. It's been amazing. Loads of subs, loads of views, loads of likes. The support has been amazing, and if we could carry that on in this video, that would be great. So if you guys could smash a like on it, that would be much appreciated. Let's try and smash 250 likes. I know you guys can do it. We've been hitting all the like targets recently. But anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.